Tonight on Cronkite News, one ASU rising star is looking to step up and add another weapon to a talented wide receiver room for a big Friday night game.
Plus, an early look at how Arizona men's hoops are gearing up in Tucson for a highly anticipated season.
And over 700 bills were signed during this year's state legislative session. Find out how some of these bills will be changing Arizona. Good evening and welcome to Cronkite News. I'm Keon Russell.
And I'm Lainey Napoli. Thank you for joining us.
Sun Devils fans, if you're still recovering from last weekend's first Big 12 matchup for ASU football against Baylor, get ready for tomorrow night because the Horned Frogs are headed west for a Friday night conference brawl.
That's right, Keon. Number 24 ranked TCU, led by returning quarterback Josh Hoover, will be looking to continue their undefeated start in a game that's expected to have a ton of eyes on it.
9 NFL scouts were at Wednesday's practice. 20 to 25 are expected tomorrow, and the senior associate athletic director at ASU says that's the most he's ever expected at a game. Working in the ASU Media Relations office since 1993, which should make for a great watch given added attendance of a Friday night game.
That's kudos to our players. It means people are noticing our players and their players. Right, it's a game on Friday that everybody wants to be at because there's a lot of potential guys that can play on Sunday out there. So it's definitely a big game in more than one way.
And Arizona State football is looking for new playmakers to step up tomorrow night, and Texas native Derek Eusebio is a player TCU won't want to sleep on.
That's right again, Keon. Cronkite News reporter Courtney DeWallaby checked out his growing role on offense.
Wide receiver Derek Eusebio came to ASU as a walk-on, but after a 64-yard touchdown in the Territorial Cup last fall, he earned a scholarship and is now making a name for himself more than ever.
When you work too hard at something, you kind of get burnt out, or if you don't work, then you don't deserve it. So it's just kind of being a consistent, just head down, grind, just every day, just show up and do my job.
Eusebio hasn't seen much action since the Territorial Cup until last week when he hauled in a key fourth quarter catch. Head coach Kenny Dillingham says his hard work is earning him more opportunities.
I definitely think him getting on the field more is going to be good for us. He works, he's consistent, so I can definitely see him getting more involved.
With leading receiver Jordan Tyson drawing most of the defensive attention, the Sun Devils need others to step up, and Eusebio may be the next man in line.
Just having him on the field, bro, it means a lot, bro. He works his tail off, bro. Doesn't quit, bro. Doesn't complain when he doesn't get the ball or is not playing, because when a lot of squad personnel says, man, he deserves it all. I can't cap.
Looking ahead to Friday's game, the matchup carries extra meaning for Eusebio. The Plano, Texas native grew up just about an hour drive from TCU's campus.
So I tried going to all their camps, everything. They didn't look at me at all. So it's not a get back, but it's something to prove for sure.
In Tempe, Courtney DeWallaby, Cronkite News.
For Eusebio and the rest of the Devils, they'll need to rely on all of that prep from the week in order to take down the Frogs.
But will they need to be prepared for some severe weather as well? Our Lachlan Matag has the answer.
Yeah, guys, some wet weather could be on the way for Friday night's matchup for the Sun Devils against TCU. As we take a look at the precipitation map behind me here, rain hanging on in the eastern part of the state as we're focusing in more in the Phoenix area here at around Friday midday. Rain showers approaching the Tempe area as well, but again, they'll hang around and hang on in the southeastern part of the state, and fans hoping that rain's true as we will take a look at the projected temperatures for game day. 87 around 4 o'clock. Prime tailgating hour for that 6 o'clock kickoff. A little bit of rain potentially on the way in Tempe, but as the night goes on, the chance of precipitation will fall along with the temperature by about halftime at 8 o'clock. 84 degrees, a very pleasant temperature for fans at Mountain America Stadium. Don't go anywhere there. I'll have the full forecast and much more coming up in just a few minutes.
Well, Lainey, I'm certainly hoping I can stay inside this weekend, but I know you've been out this entire week reporting. Tell us what you've been covering so far.
Absolutely. I did stay dry the whole time, but I did a deep dive into the forgotten world of JUCO football in Arizona and how it's affecting the community all these years later.
7 years after the removal of junior college football from Maricopa schools, the district is still recovering.
The Maricopa County Community College District ruled to remove football from schools due to financial reasons and insurance liabilities. It's left a hole for graduating high schoolers ever since. Former NFL quarterback and head coach Joe Germain got his start at Scottsdale Community College. He says JUCOs are more than just an athletic opportunity for athletes, but a lifeline as well.
There's some kids that, maybe struggled education-wise in high school, couldn't go to a four-year university, but could fix things and get back on the right track academically through a junior college football program and then qualify for college. So yeah, it's really sad to see it go because it changed my opportunity.
According to former Glendale Community College coach Jason Jewell, the removal of JUCO football has had a trickle-down effect in the community. Students who need to find academic or athletic success in a smaller, more affordable environment may have no other option but to leave town.
As a lot of our kids, when they graduate, they come back and they're teachers and they're firemen and they're police officers in our community. And now when those kids, if they do want an opportunity to go play somewhere, it's going to be somewhere else. And so we're displacing those kids.
JUCO football is exactly what brought ASU's Elijah O'Neal to ASU, with an opportunity to play at Butte Community College before transferring to a Big 12 Division I university. This opportunity is no longer available for Maricopa student athletes.
And I just feel like JUCO put me in position to where I didn't have a lot of resources, I didn't have a lot of things, so I really had to thug it out, and the rest of my team was too.
Today, you can still see the remnants of the Maricopa football era. Fields are maintained and repurposed for the public or other college athletic programs like track and field. The NCCCD could not offer any additional updates if we will ever see the return of JUCO football in the Valley. The stadium at Mesa Community College is open to the public from dawn to dusk, serving as a reminder to many of the games once hosted in it. JUCO football in the Valley is not expected to return anytime soon.
Not every game can be a nail-biter. After the D-backs went to the bottom of the ninth in Game 1 and extra innings in Game 2, today's day game was decided earlier than usual as the Dodgers won 8-0. After the Dodgers scored 4 in the first 2 innings, Ohtani added onto the lead when he hit a ball into the pool. While this series with the Dodgers has been epic, it also marks the end of an era for retiring Dodgers pitcher Clayton Kershaw. The Snakes had nothing but high praise for the 3-time Cy Young Award winner.
We all know how great he is, but I still think somehow he's underrated. Yeah. I think that people don't give him the credit that he deserves, and just the consistency over his career and the stats that he's accumulated. I mean, he's a shoe-in Hall of Famer. In my lifetime, he's one of the best to ever do it. So it's pretty cool to share a field with him.
Coming up next, the basketball drought is coming to a close with the Phoenix Suns Media Day officially in the books.
The anticipation for the Suns can be felt all over the Valley as the team forms a new identity. Find out how one returning sharpshooter is warming up to his new head coach, coming up on Cronkite News.
I grew up in a small border town, and water was really important to us. Without enough water, we can't farm, we can't eat, we can't live. And the way we're doing it right now, straight up doesn't have a future. I went to ASU because this is a place where you solve problems. With vertical farming, we can grow the same amount of food with 95% less water than traditional farming. The work I'm doing at ASU is changing the way I look at the world.
3, 2, 1.
Coming up on the cut.
Coming up on the cut.
Coming up on the cut.
How students can build their broadcast journalism portfolio with opportunities to learn more about on-air reporting and studio production.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram at @thecut_network and on X at @CutASU.
The scientists and engineers that support the next mission to Mars could be in this class.
Getting a degree at ASU is a journey that can take you anywhere. Into a world of groundbreaking technology and renowned award-winning faculty. Professors who help you to impact the world. Whether you're on campus or at home, becoming your best starts with learning from the best.
Welcome back to Cronkite News. Golf fans, you can finally rejoice. The Ryder Cup is back in action this weekend, and this could be one of the biggest tournaments the sport has ever seen. Huddle Up reports that ticket sales will generate more than $125 million.
That's right, Keon. Iconic Bethpage Black Course in Long Island, New York is hosting the tournament for the first time ever. And the Spanish ASU alum John Rahm is set to suit up for Team Europe. When Rahm was in Rome for the last Ryder Cup, the Europeans took home the cup in a commanding victory. But now, with the tournament in the States, Team USA captain Keegan Bradley hopes to capitalize.
But I never got this far in it. To come back here as a Ryder Cup captain is beyond my wildest dreams. Bethpage Black is known as the People's Country Club. It's been called New York's home course. But this week, with your passion and your energy, you're going to make it America's home course. Thank you. Go USA.
And training camp opened today, and one big question surrounding the season is the new head coach. Returning player Grayson Allen seems to be warming up to Coach Jordan Ott so far.
I think Coach Ott has a very clear plan and vision for the team. And from what I've seen from the past month, I think everyone's going to buy into that. So.
Another men's basketball team is going through their own media day. Instead of the NBA, though, it's U of A. Here's Cronkite News reporter Alex Medina checking in on the 7 new freshmen, plus more from the Wildcats.
It was all smiles inside of McHale Memorial Center as the U of A men's basketball team marched across the hardwood for Media Day. For many, it was the first collegiate media day that they have been a part of. But all of the Wildcats are looking forward to the start of the season.
Definitely privileged, and I'm definitely very happy to be a part of this team and hopefully work towards a championship with everybody.
As a Tucson native, Nelson can't help but feel nostalgic. For Koa Peat, it's a similar story, who recently made the move from Chandler.
I'm super excited for our season to start, and I think we keep building off the court our chemistry, and I think that's only going to help us on the court. So, I mean, I like all the guys, and I'm loving it here.
Being new to the team might be a little bit scary, but with the molded veterans and the mentorship, they're hoping to make it a little bit easier for the fresh faces.
The last playing under 18 EuroLeague tournament, and I think they saw me there and then they contacted me.
No matter their history or age, they already know they are united as one, but only because of veterans like Anthony Della Rosso, who are willing to share their skill to the team's newest additions.
Just kind of using my experience and my college career to try and implement ways that maybe I can get through to them because I've experienced it.
In Tucson, Alexandra Medina, Cronkite News.
The Wildcats' first game will be on November 3rd when they face off against the Florida Gators.
Now, Laney, there won't be any Gators or Wildcats in tonight's matchup between the Cardinals and the Seahawks. Over the years, there have been lots of memorable showdowns, with most of them having a play or two to be remembered by. Tonight's game, though, will be notable before players even take the field. The Cardinals are unveiling their Nike rivalry jerseys tonight, and it could be a jolt of confidence after losing by just 1 point to the San Francisco 49ers last week. Head coach Jonathan Gannon seems to be full of confidence with his team, regardless of what uniforms they will run out in.
The sky's not falling. There's no panic in my game. I told the team that. I haven't lost confidence. You know, we lost a game, you know, and things over the first 3 weeks that we haven't done a good enough job. We got time to correct it, but we got to correct it.
All right, Laney, now over to the weather. It's been a little warm out here in the valley, but it seems like it's perfect football weather. But I'm hearing things could change here in the near future.
That's right. A big storm is headed our way, and hopefully some fall weather as well. Lachlan Matag joins us now from the Cronkite Weather Center with more.
Yeah, guys, Thursday night football tonight here in Glendale. Around kickoff, 99 degrees. But when fans get let out of the gates tonight after what they hope will be a Cardinal victory, just 89 degrees, so a 10-degree drop between 6 and 10 tonight. Taking a look at Friday's lows, 75 in Yuma, 72 in Bullhead City as we look up to high country, 62 in Page, 44 in Window Rock as well. Here in the valley, a very pleasant 74 degrees. As we look at the Friday highs, not very high across the state of Arizona. not what we've been used to all summer long. 93 in Yuma, 96 in Gila Bend, just 89 degrees here in Phoenix, 65 up in High Country and Flagstaff as well. And the reason for these lower temperatures so far has been this low pressure system from making its way from the Pacific Ocean into the state of Arizona, bringing some scattered showers. So we look at Friday going into Saturday, we see that precipitation start to build up across the state of Arizona and here in the valley. But those showers Saturday into Sunday will make their way up into High Country, bringing some much needed precipitations to areas like the Grand Canyon and Flagstaff. But as Sunday transitions into Monday, a lot of the cloud cover and wet weather will move its way out of the southern and central portion of the state, but maybe hang on in that northwestern corner as well. So we look at our 8-day forecast moving forward, a chance of showers every day this weekend, but look at that temperature, just 86 degrees on Saturday. Make our way back into the 90s on Sunday, and again with a chance of showers, just 20% on Monday. But going forward, the cloud cover will clear out and the warmer weather will commence once again. 95 on Tuesday, 96 on Wednesday, 99 on Thursday, and yes, back to the triple digits, 101 with a low of 74 on Friday. So showers this weekend, but as the work week rolls on into next week, cloud cover will move out and the warmer weather will start back up again. In the Cronkite Weather Center, I'm Lachlan McTagg. Keon and Laney, back to you guys.
All right, thank you for that, Lachlan. Certainly not looking forward to seeing those triple digits on the weather. Coming up next, Arizona will be seeing new laws taking effect tomorrow.
But with over 700 bills passed during the 2025 legislative session, what exactly are the new laws? Join us after the break to find out what changes are coming to State 48 that could impact your pets.
I grew up in a small border town, and water was really important to us. Without enough water, we can't farm, we can't eat, we can't live. And the way we're doing it right now, straight up doesn't have a future. I went to ASU because this is a place where you solve problems. With vertical farming, we can grow the same amount of food with 95% less water than traditional farming. The work I'm doing at ASU is changing the way I look at the world.
3, 2, 1.
Coming up on the cut.
Coming up on the cut.
Coming up on the cut.
How students can build their broadcast journalism portfolio with opportunities to learn more about on-air reporting and studio production.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram at @thecut_network and on X at @CutASU.
The scientists and engineers that support the next mission to Mars could be in this class.
Getting a degree at ASU is a journey that can take you anywhere. Into a world of groundbreaking technology and renowned award-winning faculty. Professors who help you to impact the world. Whether you're on campus or at home, becoming your best starts with learning from the best.
Welcome back to Cronkite News. I'm Mario Medina with a look at tonight's news headlines. A slew of new Arizona laws are set to take effect tomorrow. These range from crackdowns on animal cruelty to restrictions on adult websites and dozens of other issues. Edward Neiman is in the newsroom with more on how some of these laws will impact Arizonans.
Marks 90 days since the last day of the legislative session here in Arizona, meaning most of the bills Governor Katie Hobbs signed are now taking effect. Among these include Senate Bill 1658, also known as Jerry's Law. This law is aimed at curbing animal abuse cases by cracking down on offenders to extend pet protections. Jerry's Law is a landmark bill for pets like these in the Arizona Humane Society. The law expands the definition of animal cruelty to include failing to provide medical attention along with the lack of adequate food, water, and shelter. The law is aimed at preventing situations like one high-profile animal abuse case known as a Chandler 55, when animal protection groups rescued 55 dogs from a Chandler home.
And it was awful. That case is still going through the court systems at this time. But we do believe that this bill will very proactively affect those types of cases by allowing judges to move quickly, which then allows police departments to move quickly, and then our partnership to go in and take care of those animals in a much faster manner.
In addition to the animal cruelty laws, 2 others stand out that take effect this Friday. Users of pornographic websites will now have to prove that they are adults. The law requires users to upload a digital copy of their ID to access content, and websites have to verify the age or face fines. Lawmakers also raised the age to legally buy tobacco to 21. This now aligns with the federal law. In the newsroom, Edward Neiman, Cronkite News.
Now in the news across the nation, new details about the man accused of opening fire on an ICE detention facility in Dallas yesterday. Investigators say 29-year-old Joshua John intended to kill ICE agents.
He hoped his actions would terrorize ICE employees and interfere with their work, which he called human trafficking. And this, what he did, is the very definition of terrorism.
John killed 1 detainee and severely injured 2 other people before turning the gun on himself during the attack. Investigators found bullets left behind with anti-ICE written on one of them. The FBI claimed that the shooter left notes which said that he acted alone and that he had a game plan for the attack. In response to the recent violence at several ICE locations, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem ordered increased security at ICE centers around the country. This afternoon, President Trump signed an executive order on a long-anticipated TikTok deal. Signing this deal allows U.S. investors to buy about 80% of the platform's U.S. assets. The agreement with Chinese President Xi Jinping still needs regulatory approval. The deal has been in limbo since Congress passed a bill to ban TikTok in the U.S. last year. President Trump has since then delayed implementing the bill several times, but the wait isn't quite over yet. Until the deal is finalized, Trump is expected to extend the pause for another 120 days. And a new report finds LA County's response to January's wildfires was slowed by a lack of resources. Those fires destroyed thousands of homes in the LA area. The report also finds that an outdated emergency alert system led to a delay in telling residents to evacuate. It was commissioned by LA County supervisors earlier this year and released today. That's it for tonight's news across the nation. I'm Mario Medina. Thank you for joining us. Now back to Keon and Laney.
Thank you for the updates, Mario. Well, coming up next, we have our very first look at the new mascots for the World Cup.
That's right. FIFA has selected more than 1 mascot. There are actually 3 representing next year's Cup, not just 1. Find out why and what each mascot represents when we return after a quick break.
This is where Cronkite can be creative.
When I was younger, there were no engineers around me, so I had to become my own role model. At ASU, I wasn't just learning to be an engineer, I was actually engineering. And graduating, I already had real-world jobs lined up. Before ASU, my goal was to be a strong, confident woman. And when I left, I became a strong, confident engineer.
Welcome back. We're still months away from next year's World Cup, but we're already getting a look at the new mascots.
That's right. The World Cup will actually be co-hosted by 3 different countries, including the U.S., Canada, and Mexico.
And the mascots represent each of those countries. FIFA revealed them today. Clutch, Maple, and Zaya will represent each host nation. Clutch, the bald eagle, represents the U.S. Maple, the moose, is from Canada. And Zayu, the jaguar, hails from the jungles of southern Mexico. The opening match of the 2026 World Cup kicks off in Mexico City on June 11th. The last game will be held about a month later at MetLife Stadium there in New Jersey. That's it for tonight's edition of Cronkite News. I'm Keon Russell.
And I'm Lainey Napoli. Thank you for joining us. And to see top Arizona stories anytime, log on to cronkitenews.azpbs.org.